If you can't kill a boss, no reason why you can't look like one. Moogle putting the WoW in transmogs.
Really digging the red for rogue look. I think it always works. Wrathful is one of my favorite. What is one of your favorite rogue tiers from PvP or PvE? Moving on, well, you can see where the shoulders are from. Holes of Reflection, Escape the Lich King. That's an easy pickup, sort of. Choking Hubert. We're looking at Holes of Reflection once again, so those making some good use out of those 3 dungeons towards the end of Wrath. The belt, Prideful Gladiators, Waistband of Accuracy. If you hoard, you can have to go Grievous, regardless of your faction. Just 1 mark of honor for that particular PvP belt from Mop. Moving on to the legs, which are part of the same dungeon drop set as the chest. Fleshwork, Leggings, Pit of Sauron, Scourge, Lord Tyrannus, 5% on the drop rate for the legs. Moving on, we have a Night Elf dude showing the Treads of Violent Intrusion. Tomb of Sargeras, a pickup out of your auction house or various mobs in Tomb of Sargeras. So far, we got some easy pieces to pick up. The hands, Gloves of Artful Dodging, Dalaran, Legion, Genry, Spymaster, 35 gold for those gloves, which definitely look rogue to me. Now we have a Lady Nightborn showing the back. Another easy pickup here from Shatwrath. Garrus, it's a vendor, 60 gold. Blood Knight Cloak, and the headpiece, Swashbuckler's Eye Patch, Silithus, something you can buy in the auction house. This is an easy rogue look pickup set, and I really like it. And the weapon, Dragon Soul, probably the hardest piece to get out of Dragon Soul. There's a lot of BFA in this set. We're going to start with the shoulders, which are out of the Eternal Palace Heroic. Kind of a low drop rate, but worth the effort. Moving on, you really can't see the chest piece here, so you could always substitute it. Doomblade Tunic, the Nighthold, Croesus is the boss. Kind of a low drop rate on that as well. Moving on, the belt is going to bring us back to BFA, and of course, the Eternal Palace Heroic Blackwater Behemoth, 5% on the drop rate. Ship Swallower's Belt. Interesting name. We have Zandalari Troll showing you the legs, which are part of the same tier set out of the Nighthold as the chest piece. Gul'dan is the boss, kind of a low drop rate to get the legs. Moving on, we're going to show you the boots, which you can actually craft if you want. BFA level leatherworking, check your local leatherworker or auction house, or of course you could get it out of the Eternal Palace Heroic. And the gloves, also Eternal Palace Heroic, Queen Ashara herself will give you the hands. And moving on, the back piece, which you just saw on the spin, Waycrest Guard's Cloak, Drusvar is an Order of Embers equipment cache piece. Moving on to Tabard, Rust Bolt Resistance Tabard from Mechagon. Rust Bolt Quartermaster, you need some gold and Exalted to get that tabard. And the head is the Mask of the Artful Dodging, straight out of the Rogue Order Hall. Mysterious Crate's your best bet. Check Wowhead for more info. And Lich King drops the blade or the dagger. Kickstarting us off with the Blood Elf and the shoulders. This is a monk recolor, so flame, Fell Flame Infernal shoulder pads. Hulking Demolishers can drop it with the best drop rate. Also drops from other mobs, and you can buy it on the auction house, and that's the way I suggest you go. Chest Guard of Insidious Desire, Vault of Wardens, Cordana Fellsong. Kind of a fair drop rate to pick up the chest, which of course is from Legion. Now we're going to Mop to pick up the Prideful Gladiators Waistguard of Accuracy. If you hoard, you're going to have to go Grievous. 1 mark of honor to get that reddish, kind of goldish belt. The legs, Wardens Martial Greaves, Vault of Wardens, Cordana Fellsong once again, so part of the same drop set from a dungeon in Legion as the chest. Moving on to the feet, which are Relentless Gladiators Boots of Triumph. Of course, Dalaran is the place. Wrath of the Lich King version, got to buy it from the vendor there, 2 marks of honor to get those boots. The wrists, keep in mind, actually these aren't wrists. You could go with the wrists though if you want. They look just as good, maybe even better. But these are the Fire King gloves, which are Isle Expeditions as a drop. The Helm of Imagined Horrors, Hellfire Citadel, Ishkar, Lord Ishkar is the dude. And the back, Shadowfeather Shawl, Blackrock Hold, You're looking at the Amalgam of Souls to drop a pretty decent drop rate on the cloak. Of course, that's a dungeon, it's spammable, and the weapon, pretty easy get. Starting off with a bit of an understated shoulder piece here from Uldir LFR Zul. I like it depending on what you're putting in as a chest and legs, and I think the chest and legs work with that, with those shoulders. So it's making good use of a very difficult kind of ugly piece if it's just on its own, to be honest. Fang Slayers, Chest Guard, Tomb of Sargeras LFR, Maiden of Vigilance, kind of a fair drop rate. Moving on to the belt, Prideful Gladiators, Waistband of Accuracy. Been getting a lot of work out of this belt, but I love it. It's a great looking belt. Mop PvP vendor, 1 mark of honor. If you hoard, gotta go Grievous. The legs, Fanged Slayers, Leggards, Tomb of Sargeras LFR. Mistress Hazine is the boss, kind of a fair drop rate for the legs. Moving on to the boots, which I also get a lot of good use out of these boots. Oppressor's Merciless Treads, Hellfire Citadel, Heroic, Tyrant Velhari, 16% on the drop rate, doing the spin, showing the cloak. But first we're going to talk about the bracers, or the wrist. Brawler Brothers Bracers, Blackrock Foundry, LFR, Hansgar is the boss. Fair drop rate for those green bracers. Moving on, we have a Lady Goblin. She's not wearing her COVID-19 protector mask properly, but Mask of Artful Dodging. And the back piece is Desert Nomad's Wrap, Vol'dun. It drops from a big, huge dinosaur that you're going to have to take out. And the weapon, Latticework Scalpel, Uldir Mythic Mother, decent drop rate. Okay, this is almost a full set, but I thought it was worth showing because I really like this look. Spaulders of the Thousand Blades, Terrace of the Endless Spring Light, she is the boss, kind of a low drop rate for those tier shoulders from Mop. Moving on, the chest piece, which you really can't see, is that of Whitecrest Manor. Gorok Toll is the boss. Sounds like a Klingon, doesn't he? But he's not, I assure you. 6% on the drop rate to get the chest. Now we're going to go with the belt, part of the same tier set as the shoulders and the boots and the gloves. So you get that from the same boss as you get the shoulders. Kind of a low drop rate though. Make sure you're on regular mode to pick that up. Moving on, we're going to show you the legs. Tol Dagor, Jess Howlis is the boss. 5% on the drop rate to get the legs. Moving on, we're going to show the boots next, which you can pick up out of Valley of the Four Winds, Galleon. He's a world boss. Kind of a fair drop rate to get the Flamefoot Tabby, which is, of course, what I nickname my boots. The Gloves of a Thousand Blades, Kunlai Summit, Shah of Anger, another world boss. I think they have the best drop rates. That's why I put them there. Iron Scale, Warcloak, the Slave Pens, that, of course, is from BC. Rockmar, the Cracker is boss. And the Angler's Tabard, Karasang Wilds, Angler's Quartermaster. Need rep and some gold to pick that up. The headpiece, of course, is at Terrace of the Endless Spring. Shah of Fear, he's the final boss, unless you're in heroic mode, but you don't want to go in heroic mode. You want to stick in regular mode. And the weapon, Ice Crown Citadel, Professor Putricide is the boss. If you want to pick up the shoulders, well, you're going to have to head over to the Battle of Dazalahar. The LFR version, King Rastakhan, 5% on the drop rate to get the Phantom Stalker shoulders. Moving on, we're going to spin you all the way back in time to Blackwing Descent, Heroic, which of course is out of Cataclysm. Sark of the Unwatched, interesting name, 13% on the drop rate. Got a Lady Night Elf showing you the belt, Warbeast Hide Cinch, Battle of Dazalahar, LFR version, various mobs, or basically, I think it might be a drop that you could buy in the auction house, not 100% sure. Moving on, the legs are the Windstalker leggings, Throne of the Four Winds, Heroic, Heart of Wind is the boss, and about a 16% drop rate on the legs. Got a dude, oh wow, this looks nice on a Blood Elf dude. Silent Pillager's Footpads, Daddle of Bazalahar, LFR version, various mobs. Kind of fair drop rate, which means low drop rate, but it drops from a lot of different sources. The Hands Gloves of Spiritual Grace, Battle of Dazalahar. Frida Iron Bellows is the boss, kind of a fair drop rate. Drops from a few others as well, but she's got the best drop rate. And we have a Lady Undead showing the Gilded Thorian Cloak, Karazhan BC version, Terrestrian Illhoof. is the boss, and you got about a 17% chance of getting that cape. And the head, Helm of Imagined Horrors, Hellfire Citadel Mythic, Shadow Lord, Iskar, 12% drop rate, and the weapon is crafted from Wrath of the Lich King level blacksmithing. If you're still listening up and until now, I want to say thank you for watching, and I'll close out by saying what I always say: whatever it is by you, whether it is morning, afternoon, or night, make your day epic.